What's up, everyone? It's Caddy with MoneyVest. It is crazy. We just got the inflation numbers for the month of June 2024 in the United States, and the CPI and the core CPI beat on all four items: headline, month over month, core headline, and core month over month. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. And I actually mentioned this in our Discord as well. I honestly feel that these numbers could be getting cooked because gas prices were up. Gas prices were up in the month of June, and yet the report shows that they were down month over month. It is just absolutely insane. Although I'm happy the markets are rallying right now. Tesla's up another 1.5%. It's absolutely going to the moon. It's almost $270. Super excited for the market, but it is unbelievable how we came about to these numbers. So if you come over, we came to at minus 0.1%. So we're actually seeing deflation for the first time in a really long time. So you can see that it's the first time that we're seeing deflation in over 12 months. So June 2023, we increased by 0.2%. We have not seen deflation, meaning prices going down month over month ever. And of course, we saw that in June 2024. So the report we just got, negative 0.1%. That simply means there's deflation that took place last month. On aggregate basis, month over month, prices went down for consumer price index. That is incredible. Year over year, expectations were 3.1. We shot to the downside at 3% on the dot, which again is a huge beat. But this is what's really interesting. Core month over month, expected 0.2, came in at 0.1%. And more specifically, core CPI, excluding for food and energy, year over year, expected to see an uptick from 3.4 to 3.5. We came in at 3.3. Absolutely incredible. We actually came in lower than the expectation. And of course, the consensus was for us this number to increase. And even the more crazy part is that if you come over to some of the more specific items, again, this is all items CPI for month over month, negative 0.1%. So that's the deflation. A lot of that's coming from energy. So energy prices, minus 2%, minus 3.7, minus 3.8, minus 2.4. That's gasoline, fuel oil, energy services, everything rolling over. Then we've got commodities, down 0.1%. We got new vehicle sales down 0.2%. Then we got used cars and trucks down 1.5%. Shelter was up 0.2 on a year-over-year basis. Now it's only up 5.2%. Transportation services down 0.5%. But I'm really curious as to how energy prices and gas prices were down, because if you come over to AAA gas prices, 1 month ago, the average was $3.44 per gallon, right? These are per gallon prices. Up until a week ago, the prices were $3.51. Current average is $3.54. Prices are 10 cents per gallon more expensive right now than there were about a month ago. So they have certainly increased in the last 1 month, right? That's what that means. If you look at the mid-grade, it's almost touching $4 a gallon. And 1 month ago, it was at almost $3.90. So once again, almost 10, 11 cents per gallon higher than where it was about a month ago. And yet energy prices are down. If you take a look at crude oil, right? So if you come over to this index, this is crude oil. In the month of June, this index, this crude oil prices were up 5.6%. And yet energy prices are somehow down on a month over month basis, resulting in a much stronger print on inflation. I mentioned this in our Discord. Hey, there could be some conspiracy out there where these numbers are, it's hard for me to trust these numbers now. It's hard for me to trust these numbers now because of the very fact that, again, crude oil prices were higher in the month of June, crude oil index was up, gas prices were up, and yet energy prices on the report itself are lower on a month-over-month basis. If you come take a look at, again, core CPI continues to accelerate its trend lower, down to 3.3, 3.4%, which is incredible. Markets are ripping right now. If you come over to the market, so QQQs are up 26 basis points. Again, not a huge increase, but we definitely did see quite a significant pump here. And the NASDAQ and S&P 500 up 20 basis points as well. So both of these indexes, of course, pushing higher. And if you come take a look at some individual stocks, we got Apple almost back in the positive territory. Tesla is up another 1% on the day, trading up to $266. And we got Nvidia almost back up to new all-time highs at 137, trading over 1.3%, and Amazon also well over $200 per share, at the moment as well. So lots of momentum kicking in on the back of a very strong inflation report, suggesting for more accelerated downside pressure on CPI and core CPI, and the first deflationary report that we've seen from inflation. In other words, prices coming down month over month. But again, you guys tell me. I want to hear from you guys. You are in the US. What are prices like? Are you actually witnessing a deflation? Are their prices coming down month over month? Is that really the reality, or is it just some numbers on a spreadsheet right now, and in reality the on foot, on ground situation is completely different? Let me know in the comment section down below, because we're having this discussion in our Discord as well, and many people are essentially saying that these numbers don't really show us the reality of the situation, especially when it comes to energy prices, which again, month over month increased. You can see on a per gallon basis, and yet they decreased in the report. So let me know in the comments section below. Would love to know from you guys. But nonetheless, shelter prices, that's a huge win, because if you come back over to the report and then don't plot for anything and only look at shelter prices, they have been accelerating to the downside from well over 8% year-over-year increase, now down to 5.2. Of course, food prices were also very much the main culprit for the significant increase, and they have been coming down significantly. There's been disinflation in food prices and been leveling out a little bit closer to 2%, so that's good. And again, this is where most of the gains are coming from for inflation, meaning that it's actually progressing and moving in the right direction. 3.7 down to 1% on a year-over-year basis for energy prices once again. And then again, if you come over to new vehicle sales, now pushing to deflation territory, where new vehicle sales are actually going down in terms of prices on a year-over-year basis. And then we also got used car prices, which also did decline quite significantly as well. So all in all items CPI coming down to 3%, the same levels as it was back in June of 23. So just about a year ago, we were at 3%, and now the future prints are going to be even more important for us to see whether we are finally down below 3% or not, levels that we haven't seen since about March of 2021. So in over 3 years, we haven't seen CPI below 3%. So that could happen in the next report. That's going to be for the month of July. And again, all items less food and energy coming down to its lowest level and down to 3.3% since April of 2021. So that again is a very, very significant progress made on inflation. Whether it's the reality or not is for a different video. So hope you all enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget, we've got a huge discount for our MoneyVest platform. 4 spots left. If you want to take advantage of that 51% discount, you'll be able to access this entire platform. Of course, do your full fundamental analysis on individual stocks, and we'd love to have you on board. And again, as always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.